Good morning and welcome to the craft room. I'm Ellie Barnes. It's been a little while since I've been actually doing a live, and I'm sorry about that. I have been in hospital and I did struggle through sepsis and pneumonia. So I'm really glad I'm back, and I'm really grateful to all the staff at St John of God Hospital. So thank you all. It's great to be back. It's great to be back in the craft room, and it's great to be doing a live again. It's been so long, I almost forgot how to get it all set up. So let's get going, and we'll jump down to the desk. Morning, Jane. I'm glad you're watching. We'll jump down to the desk. For those that are part of my little team and my clients, my class people that attend classes and stuff, you know who you are. We are having a catalogue launch day today, so we're going to have a lot of fun today, this afternoon. But we'll start the day off with this live, and I'm going to show you a bundle out of the new catalogue, and it's called Notes and Totes. And as soon as I saw this bundle, I thought, I've got to have it. So let's get down to the desk and have a look at it. Now, let's just see how we go. I said, that's not too bad. I've got that's not too bad. Hopefully you can see all that. This is the bundle. It comes with a whole lot of dies and some matching stamps. Now, the bundle actually makes the tote with this die. That makes a newspaper or a book. That makes a pocket. You've got a drink bottle. You've got a bottle of sun lotion. You've got shells. You've got 2 different types of handles, a scarf, some things to put on the bag, which I will show you, sunglasses, a little tag, another bottle of cream or tube of cream, and this one, which when I first did it, I thought, what the hell's that? That's to make the fence. We've got here lots of sayings. We have 3 little sayings here that actually work really well on the top of your newspaper. We've got relax and enjoy, just a note, sending warm wishes, and we've got also some beachy themes here and some bits and pieces. So I'll show you, we're going to use a fair bit of this today. So I'm just going to put it over to the side here, and I'm going to start bringing, I haven't got much prepared, but I'll grab paper out as we need it. So we're going to start using a new colour. This is called Darling Duckling. So I'm going to need some Darling Duckling. And I actually put things away. I was cleaning up for today, and I've put lots of pieces away. So let me just pull them out of the drawer. This one's Timid Tiger. I'm using a bit of a summery look here. And I'm going to use this pack of paper. Now, this is the In Colour Designer Series paper. And it comes in each of the in colours. There are 4 different sides. I'll see if I can get a full piece. That's that side. Get different colours out, will I? And then on the back of that is that side, but they're the same colour. So that's 1, 2. Let's see if we got the same in here. We'll pull them out. We've got, this side's got the, I didn't want that one. That's Secret Sea. We'll pop that over here. This one's, again, we're using this Timid Tiger and Darling Duckling. That's that one side, and that's the other side. So we're going to use a bit of the paper in our card, and I actually prepared this all for last week, but I wasn't well enough to do it. So let's see if I can remember what I did. First of all, we're just going to use an ordinary card size, which is half a sheet, and that's 14.8 centimetres, and we're going to fold it in half with our bone folder. And that's going to be the card in landscape. And on the front of our card, I'm actually going to take the designer series paper, I'm going to take this side and put it on front. So that'll be 10 centimetres, because we're going to be 1/2 centimetre smaller, by 14.3. And we'll just glue that on there. For inside the card, we're going to take, we need a piece of white cardstock, so let me grab a piece out. Gee, it's much easier when I'm more organised, isn't it? And I've got everything out ready to go. Here you go. I have to cut a piece. So we've got 14.2, same as this size, 14.2 by 10. And before we go any further, I'm going to put that away and stick all these pieces together. So then we'll have our base of our card ready to decorate. Got new glue out and all. Oh no, it's, there we go. I have been in the craft room a bit this week trying to get prepared for today's launch. So we do have a few cards to show you coming up. And I will show you, oh look, I never even looked. Are we going live in the right place? I'm sure we are. That's very, very slack of me. Thanks, Liz. It's good to be back. I have missed my Saturday mornings, and I've missed my classes and seeing all my craft friends. So I'm really looking forward to today and catching up with people. So there's our basic card. But we are going to put a bag. We're going to put this bag on the front. And I need to then also cut out, oh, my fingers are a bit sticky now from the glue. I'm going to cut out the trim for the bag and the handle. And we're going to do some decoration on the bag. So I want a scarf and some sunglasses. What else have I got? I'm going to have a drink bottle and some cream. This one. Let's use this one. Now, all these pieces here make the bag. And these pieces, we're going to decorate the bag. So I'm going to make the bag in orange. And I'm going to take Timid Tiger. I'm going to take this page and flip it over and make the bag this colour. The trim for the bag, I'm going to use Timid Tiger cardstock. Say that fast. Now, the extra bits. Let's get some extra bits out. I'm going to need some bits and pieces out of here. I've got some cut pieces, so I'll see if I can find them. If not, we can... Oh, yes, we've got some little bits here. I need some of this one. No, I don't. They're the wrong ones. I need the other ones. Ooh, I might have to cut some. We might have used all the bits up. We've used a lot of the bits. Oh, no. I will cut some. We will get some. Oh, well, I need to get some out to cut some. I need some of this one. Oh, yes, I have used a bit of that one. And I need some of that one. I also need 2 other bits of cardstock. Oh, gosh. Wouldn't it have been better if I was organised? That one, that is this one. Let me give you some names here. This one is Strawberry Slush. And I need some cardstock for this one. You can see I've already cut some sunglasses out of there. This one is Secret Sea. And the last one I need is Cloud Cover. And I thought I had grabbed that, but I haven't. So here's a Cloud Cover. So I'm actually using a little bit from each of the new colours. Darling Duckling, Timid Tiger, Strawberry Slush, Secret Sea and Cloud Cover. And when I first saw them, I thought, oh, I don't know. I'm really starting to love each of these colours. So let's get organised and work out what we need to cut out of what, and then we can bring the cut and emboss machine in. So this needs to have this and 2 handles. Yes, I'll get 2 handles out of that. So we can put that aside. This one, I'm cutting the drink bottle. Pop that aside. This one, I'm cutting the scarf and the sunscreen. This one will just be a small piece of the drink bottle, so I'm just going to cut that piece there for the next section. And this one we need to cut some sunglasses, so we need to cut them that way. And this one will be some sunglasses, the other end of the sunglasses. So we've got all the pieces we need. Oh, this one, we need to cut out one of these. And we actually then need to cut it out a second time, but I only need a little bit, so we won't use this piece. So let's get our cut and emboss machine in and put these things through. And although it looks a lot, we can do quite a few at the same time because they're not that big. So we'll start at the top and we're going to put on these 2 pieces. And because there's nothing stamped, we don't have to be precise. We'll cut out this big one. And I want to cut out at least one of the sunglasses as well. So we'll put that one in there. We need you over further. And then the other pieces we can cut out in the next run through. So let's just get that through. Oh, a bit tight because I'm putting so many dies through at once, but we get there. So let's sort it out. We have, we'll pop them up here, a pair of sunglasses. Pop my dies in my little die bowl so I don't lose them. Oh no, I need those ones again. Oh, what are you thinking, Ellie? We have the tote bag, which I'll show you how that becomes a bag. Now, we have a drink bottle with either a handle or a straw. It can be used either way. This one's caught inside. Where's my pick? we have some pieces to make the bag. And one of the handles. So let's push this back so you can see, and we'll do the last few pieces. So we need the other handle, and if you were cutting this with a different shape, I could have done it like that, so it doesn't use as much, but it doesn't matter with today's cut how I did it, because that's how it's going to fit. I need some of this for the back of the bag that you're not going to see too much of. I want that top bit just to make the top look different. So that goes there. Out of these, I need the scarf and the cream. Oh. And I need the sunglass frame. So let's get that lot through, and then most of the die cutting's done. It's just assembly. So we'll pop that aside. And we'll pop that and those aside. And we'll clean off my messy plate. So I've got that for the inside of the bag. I don't need that again. I have the other handle. I have a scarf. Sunscreen. I have the top of the drink bottle. I have a couple of hearts that I don't need, and if you make a lot of these cards you end up with lots of hearts, which I have at the moment. I'll pop that one out too. Oh, that's broken, so we won't use that. Not that I was intending to, so that's out. And then we need the sunglass frame, which is here. And we'll just get rid of that. And they're all the pieces we need for the front of our card. And it does come together fairly quickly and fairly easy. The first thing I'm going to do, forgot one main piece. I need to cut out the newspaper. So what I'm going to do is just grab a piece of old cardstock, and I'll just run this through the side here. Talk amongst yourselves for a minute so that we don't have to keep coming back and forth with this big machine. Oh, dear me. Oh, well. I thought I had everything organised. I really didn't, did I? It happens, it happens. There we go. So this is our newspaper, and although it's a bit dirty, it doesn't matter. No one's going to see that. It's a bit of dirt off my plate. I'm going to put a title up there, and the title I'm using today is You're Fabulous. Newsflash, You're Fabulous. So let's bring in our stamp mat while we knock everything over. And I'll quickly stamp this. And that sits there like that. And while I've got the stamp pad out, I'm going to stamp in here, and it says sending warm wishes. And I'm just going to pop that there. And the last thing before I pack up the stamp pad, and that'll be all the stamping, then it's just going to be putting that together. So I'm using one of these daublers, and I'm just putting an edge on my book or newspaper, whatever it is. Now I'm not going to see the bottom because it's going to be in the bag, so that's all I'm going to go as far down I'm going to go. And that's it with stamping. The next main thing is the bag. Now, if you were making a bag, and I will show you what it looks like. This is one I've made, and I've used cardstock, and I've used this stamp to stamp on the bag. And then I've used, so that's strawberry slush cardstock, but it's the two-tone, so the dark is on the inside and the light is on the outside. Stamped it, and then you can see these pieces I've used on the side, and I've used the different handle here. At the end, I'll show you a few other ideas that I've done, but that's just how the bag comes together. So you need two of these, and this little piece here is what you need to hold the bag together, or hold the corners together so things don't fall out of the corners. But we are only making half a bag, so we don't need that piece today. We need to do the folding though, because our bag is going to be slightly 3D on the page. So there are folds here for the side and the join. And then underneath here. Now, I am going to decorate the bag before I put it on. And I'm going to also use this piece on the inside. Now, you won't see a lot of this. You may not see any of it. But I want to have a handle there. So what I'm doing is I'm going to line up these two corners. Oh, well, I'll get first this handle on. Where's my glue? Now, I love using liquid glue on 3D projects where I can, because I find once it's dry, it holds really, really well. So there's my handle. And while we're waiting for that to dry, let's put these bits on. Now, on the last one, I put them down from the handle. This one, I'm going to put them at the fold part. It's actually great that these can be wherever you want to put them. Now, that's a bit more sticky down there and it'll be covered up. So I did find I ended up with glue all over me doing this. I might actually get a wipe out so I can wipe my fingers as I go, because you do end up getting a bit glued up. It is a little bit fiddly, but after you've put, well, one bag together, you realise how easy they are, and you can do it rather quickly. And then this piece here goes all along the bottom. Sorry, my voice is a bit croaky. It's still recovering from having a severe infection in it, causing the sepsis. So this could last for a few months, evidently. So we'll just have to put up with the croaky old voice. So there's my bag. Right. Got you down a bit low. But that's all right. That strap didn't go right up to the top. Let's just trim that there. Now I'm going to pop this behind here. And actually, to make life easy so I don't have to try and squeeze in, I'm going to get to pair a pen. I'm just going to put a little mark there and a little mark there. And that's where the handle's going to go, so that it matches up. Got enough on there for both sides. It's a little bit lower, like so. So that's all done, ready to be put on the front of the card. That's okay. Now my drink bottle I need to put together. I'm just going to, I've cut another one of these. There's a little line there. You can see it clearer on this one. There's a line there where the cap is. I'm just going to cut this off so I've only got the cap. Got all this stuff out now. I made a mess again. I'm good at making a mess when I'm crafting, but I need to clean up so I can go to the next bit. I've only put one tiny, tiny dot of glue. That will spread and be plenty. And there's my cap in place. Now, this tiny little piece here, I should have put on first, but I'll put it on behind. And I'm going to put it on now, seeing as it's going to be behind, with a dimensional. And I did have some here. I'm just going to use a small bit from the side. So it's not as wide. Put this back on where I want it. And hold that with a dimensional. I could have, if I was thinking wisely about it, put it underneath that darker bit, but I wasn't thinking clearly, was I? And I'm going to cut part of the handle off so it's just a drinking straw. And the last piece I need to put together before we start assembling the bag onto the card is our sunglasses. Now, I should have, perhaps, could have cut this out with adhesive sheeting, but I haven't. So I'm just going to put a tiny dot of glue here and there on it. And I'm going to place them. Now you can use clear sheets and all, like window sheet paper if you want clear glasses, but if you want sunglasses, you need to have darker ones, don't you? Now, there we go. Now there's a little bit of glue there. There's no stamping, so I can just clean that up like so. And there's our sunglasses. So wipe my fingers, get things out of the road we don't need. Let's assemble. So the first thing I'm going to do is put glue on our tabs at the back of our bag. But I want the bag to be slightly bent on those side pieces. So I've just bent them slightly, like that. If I hold from the bottom, you might be able to see it's not a large bend, it's just a small one, so that the card isn't too wide. And now I'm going to hold it in place so it doesn't flatten for a minute. A few seconds. Right. Now that's starting to take. So you can see it isn't that wide. It can be pushed flat into an envelope, but it sits out a little bit to show the items inside. Now, to do the back of our bag, all I'm going to do, I'm not going to put glue on the handle, it'll all be too hard. I'm just putting my glue on that piece, matching my two handles up and pushing that down. And no, it doesn't go all the way to the sides, but we are going to be filling the bag so you won't see too much. So it still looks like it's together. So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take the dimensionals and put some on the back of the newspaper. I'll put one in the middle for good luck. Oh, now I have to get my little weeding tool, weeding thing out. Don't know if you've seen these before. I've seen others use them. I've finally started using mine, and it's wonderful. You just pop your dimensional backings in there and they're no longer all over the house. And we're going to put our newspaper inside the bag. So it's just showing. Maybe you want, oh, no, I think that looks all right there. And then on my drink bottle, I've already got a dimensional there. We'll put another dimensional, but I want it to actually have a bit more oomph than the first one, than the newspaper. So that one fell off on my finger. I've got it off. My fingers are all sticky. Oh gosh. Let's just put two on these. One there, and I need another one of these. Now, don't forget you always should use your side pieces because they're just more dimensionals. Let's get this off. Right. We'll have that hang out this side of the card. So we'll just slide that in. Oh. Like so. And we'll do the same with this one, a couple of dimensionals. Layer it up. Oh, I should have done me pick. That was a bit silly. Well, we'll just keep going. And let's put this one here. So there's our little bag. We need to put now our scarf on and our sunglasses. I might actually put the sunglasses on a dimensional. Now I'm going to cut this one in half only because I don't want it too big behind now. Could have used a mini. Haven't got them out today. Well, they're just over there, but. Now the other thing about these sunglasses is if I've tucked my sunglasses over the side of my bag, I won't have this earpiece hanging down. This one will be folded up, but that one won't be hanging down. So now I'm going to attach that there, and that's hanging over the side of my bag. And my scarf is going to be tied to the handle here. So there's the front of my card. We could put a bit of bling on it. Why not? We have the bling, we have the power. Maybe some, well, let's use some orange bling on it maybe. One there, and one there. So that's it, but that's not finished. We're going to put a bag on the inside. So I'll pop this all aside. I have cut out another bag. Now let's just get everything out of my way and see if I can find all the pieces. And this is how you'll make a 3D bag, although I do have to do it slightly different to make it sit into the card. This is how we make a 3D bag. We've got all the pieces we need. Looks like we've got extra. I'm going to fold the sides here. I'm going to fold these up. And this one I'm going to fold here. And again for this side. This one up. And these. So I'm making a bag, and it's going to be the same as that, only in yellow for the inside of the card. So you take these two pieces, and they don't glue side by side on top of each other like often you do. You're going to do them face to face, like so that there is a join on the inside. So let's start with that piece. Now, let me just get that together so these two fit. Now, I will tell you, if I was making this bag to be one that's not stuck to a card, what I would do next would be to fold these pieces all up and then glue. Make sure these pieces are tucked up first. These have to be tucked up and then folded up. And then glue this side together. But we are not making a bag that's going to go in the card. We're making a bag, sorry, to go in the card. So I need to cut that end off, and I need to cut these pieces. I need to cut half of it off. So I've only got half the bottom of the bag. And this one's only half, where normally the two would fold together and sit on top of each other at the bottom. I'm going to have them join in the middle. And that'll be at the fold of the card. So we'll get rid of all that. My next step now is to fold these, or glue these two together. So I have my bag then glued with the bottom open. We just hold it for a minute to let it dry. Now, I'm not going to put a pocket on. I could put a pocket on here, but I want it to match that. So we'll leave the pocket off, and I seem to have lots and lots of pieces, more than I need, but let's see how we go. I've done so many bags lately. So we're going to do the same as the front. I'm going to put my pieces, my orange pieces on here, and I am keeping it orange to bring the orange into the card on the inside. But I wanted to perhaps do a different coloured bag, just, I don't know, for something different. And while those two dry, we'll put 2 more on this side. Just there. I need you to go up a bit. That's it. And I need this one on. If you just give one tiny gentle squeeze of your glue bottle, you'll get just a little bit of glue coming, and then you can use that so you don't have as much glue. Now I'm just going to, those holes, those stitch lines, the glue comes through a bit. But that's better. Let's put some glue now onto these pieces that go along the bottom. You don't have to, you could leave it without these pieces on. And I think I've done one bag without pieces on. Yes, I'll show you at the end of this, if we have time. I'm hoping we do. Okay. That one's a bit long on there. By the looks of it, we're just cutting. And that can come down a bit. And that can come down. I want this to be right at the bottom of the fold. Right, I'll fold that back out again. And we'll do the same on this side. We're going to go along here. That looks pretty good on that side. Let's put our handles on. I think we're going to be all right. And then we just have to put it into the card. I don't need these pieces. Had way more pieces than I needed. And we'll put this one in. Now I'm just going to let that sit for a minute minute, because I want that all nice and dry. We do need that. So now we have a bag with a bottom that's open, but we're going to glue that bottom into this card. So, first of all, I'm going to glue this side. Well, actually, I could do both sides at once, couldn't I? So I need that to be right into the corner there, into the fold. And you need glue all the way, both sides on this. It sort of needs to be spread right across that tab. And I'm going to use my bone folder just so that it is pushed down really hard. I'm just going to fold from this side too. Now I don't want to open it too soon because it may not stick. You want it to have stuck before you open it. And when you open it, there's your bag. So if we're like this, it opens and sits up and open. And what I'm putting in for warm wishes is a lemon and ginger tea bag to send them. So when they get their card, it opens up and there's their tea bag. So that's the card for today, and that's how you make a bag and how you make a pop-up card. Mine's still not quite dry, so I might just keep it down. And I often find if I grab a couple of blocks and I put them on the edge there, that will help that dry and be in the right place. Well, that's my card for today. I'm going to pop you back to me. Hopefully, glasses down. Hopefully you enjoyed that, and you've enjoyed seeing how to make a bag with the notes and totes. Oh, I was going to show you stuff. Oh, well, we can do it now. There's lots of things you can do with this set. Now, don't think you just have to make one type of card. Now, this is a card I've made. It says relax and enjoy, and it's a beachy one. There's your fence. I filled the bag. I've used multiple layers. If you look, it's quite a wide card, this one, but I filled it again with sunscreen and lotion and all sorts of things, and it's got shells on the bottom. This one is a book card. Again, it's got sunglasses. It's got a pocket front. I've embossed the cardstock here. And this is a book card, so it opens like so. So that end stays. Let's see if I do it this way. So it opens like so. That's fairly flat. You can post that one. I've also done a couple of cards that are not using the bag. This is using the stamps that are in it on each layer. Sending warm wishes, sunscreen and sunglasses. And this one is using the shells. And that's just, again, relax and enjoy. So there's a lot of different things you can do. And I just thought I'll give you an idea of how you can do it. I've done different bags too. I do have a bag here. It has a little pocket. I have this little bag where I've cut the sides down so it's more like a shopping bag that we know today. And of course the one I showed you earlier. So there's lots and lots and lots of things you can do with this set. I've had a lot of fun playing with it. Have a good week. If you're coming this afternoon, I'm looking forward to catching up with you. If not, I will catch you next Saturday and we'll do something new from the catalogue. All right, take care and enjoy your week. Bye-bye.